first live version of Plow Fast snowplow tips here. I got a swath cut and I'm just cleaning up directions because I do plow with a straight blade. I'm in a Chevy 1500. I don't know what year my Chevy is, but I'm just kind of cleaning up these strips. I went through a couple of times just to see how wide my turns are and where I can actually hit, because you have to go through a couple times with some of these wider turns. And I'll scrape here. Do a little back up. This is a dead end push lot, little residential, or not residential, but little commercial doctor's office here. It's up on that curb. Just getting these cleanups and I'll get to the majority of the lot here. I got one person watching. Thumbs up. Oh, always when I see the person watching, they disappear. This is just a light dusting of snow, but since it's a doctor's office, it has a 0 tolerance on snow. So basically any snow, and it's got to get plowed, salted, and all the rest. Let's refocus there. You want to shout out Sturdy TV RB, shout out. We had plowed this lot earlier today, just a little bit, or earlier tonight. Tonight. I've been up since, well, in a couple hours. I've been up 22 hours here. There you can see another guy plowing. Beacon light on. Beacon lights are important in cases where you're gonna especially push out in the street. They're also a liability issue. You should always have a beacon on and on your truck when you are moving snow. Let's get some serious work here. So I got that. I need to get this little bit right here. Had a heck of a time tonight with equipment breaking. I had 2 skid loaders break. One still got a flat tire. Lack of communication from other management. Lack of guys showing up. One guy, he didn't show up because he said, you didn't tell me that I was gonna come in at 10, and even though I told him earlier today, go home and get some sleep at about 5 o'clock. We were coming back in at 8. When I call him at 10 to ask him where he is, he said, well, because it changed, but I never updated him on the change, but he didn't show up at 8 either. So it's kind of frustrating when you get these guys that don't show up. Also, I had a tough time with management. They do all the townhome stuff, so they were not available when I texted them. Also, no mechanic to fix my broken skid loaders. I had to fix one coupling myself that was broken, replace it. That took about an hour into the morning. It's just a very hectic snowplow event, even though it wasn't that much snow for me. It just became hectic for lack of guys. That made my salt truck driver had to plow a place. Another place that the skid loader had a flat tire. The guy had to grab the extra truck that the guy that didn't show up. At least he had that extra truck to plow with. Try to get one of my guys that usually shows up, but he wasn't answering his phone, even though he came in at 4. He did come in when he was supposed to come in. Don't know how that's so tough. I mean, it used to be when I plowed snow, if you didn't show up, you didn't keep your job. But yeah, so that's basically it. Basically, so about this lot, so I got most of it. I got my detail work done on that side. Cleared all the parking lots. You could either back drag them, but I just push them into the small turf sections there, and I will just continue to push straight away. And really, city plow driver, I guess he just turned around, but I'll just continue to push straight away, get out into the street, turn around and do it again. I like that better than backing up. I think it's just as fast as backing up. When you can, on lots like this, plow in a circle, it's most effective, I find. So that's what I'll continue to do. I usually do this lot in about 30 minutes or so. This lot, we're making $195 a plow time per push, sometimes referred to as. And we got one car showing up. That's nice. Show up here early. It's 5. This place doesn't open until 7. Also, another reason, once you get cars in a lot like this, you want to keep pushing straight away, so you don't have to risk backing into something. Backing into a vehicle is bad, real bad, for everybody involved, not just you, vehicle owner, your boss, insurance, etc. Probably a couple more swipes on here and I'll do a little detail work. There is a little bit of in and out in the street on this one. Which I'll do right now, then I'll be able to push it all forward and into the pile. Hopefully the city plow isn't gonna turn around too much. So now and I will note again, my beacon is on when I'm coming out of the street here, and I will back up for that section. Of course, the guy that just pulled in is gonna scrape his windshield. At least he pulled in a cleared spot. A lot of times you'll find people will just pull in the most random and worst spot that you don't want them to park. I'm always really nice about it though. I roll down my window, even if they get out of their car, just like say, hey, can you please move it over there in that cleared section? I'm working on this area next. 90% of the time or 95% of the time, people will happily move their cars for you. They understand we got to get all the snow moved and a finite time to move it. So most people are understanding. Some part of the time you will get the angry onion that will yell at you about it, but I mean, maybe they're just having a bad day or something, but their day couldn't be going as bad as mine. At least it's going good. We're on the live stream here, and I mean, y'all got nothing better to do at 5:45 in the morning to watch me plow snow. So I assume you're probably not plowing snow yourself, or maybe you are plowing snow yourself and just taking a nice little break and watching somebody else work. I don't really know. Let me know. Oh, jeez. See my beacon? Don't honk at me. And guys, where are you from, guys? You guys from snowy cities? All right. Super concerned with this little bit here, but I'll just take a little swipe. Now that section is cleared, and I literally just have this less than half the lot left, and all the detail work is done. This part goes really quick. We plowed 10 inches 2 days ago. Nice. We had a 12 to 14 inch blizzard here about a month ago. And it was, Clearwater, Florida, 85 degrees. I'm jealous. I'm totally jealous of your 85 degrees. It is, it's hovering at 21 degrees right now, which is actually really warm when you're plowing snow. You can get a lot of salt down, and it is very effective in the 20 degree range. Anything above probably 15 degrees, you really can melt snow with salt really effectively. And I actually turn my blade to the other side once I come across, because I don't want to leave a huge trail right here. I'll just clean up these two small trails to the other side. I'm plowing to the left. I did see a guy that was complaining the other day about Westerns. Big Al 420. What kind of plow do you use? Do you got a Western, a Boss, or? I wish we could shoot the snow off the parking lot. We would just use some tannerite for it. It would work really, really good. Yeah, really effective salting. I gotta salt the sidewalks here afterwards. A Fisher 9-foot blade. I'm jealous. I think this is a little 7-foot blade I got. It's a straight blade. I'm almost through a cutting edge. How long do you get out of a Fisher cutting edge? If you kind of know, or you don't have to change them as often. I changed this one this year, and I'm halfway through on one side. It's uneven wearing because I've plowed a lot of the city streets in the one video, and that just took its toll. 2 seasons. So then it is probably about average to get just a couple seasons. One guy was saying one of his plows got 5 and his Western was only getting 1 season. I probably only get 1 season because I do a lot of plowing as the manager. I just go to it. And I plow faster than most people with a V-plow or whatever. At least I think I plow faster. I get a lot done. And some of these guys, I call them as their boss and say, you know, where are you at? And they say, oh, I had 2 guys skid and a truck, and they said, I don't know what the fuck they did for 4 hours, but it took them to plow 4 hours for the one lot I plow in about an hour and 15 minutes takes me to plow with this truck. And they had a Bobcat and a truck on site, and it took them 4 hours. So I don't know if it's just people are slow, people are slackers, maybe a little bit of both. Oh yeah. Getting to that final pushes here. Hopefully my salt truck driver will be around soon. Sorry, we're back. We're back on live stream. Hopefully it didn't get interrupted. No, my phone didn't go out. I took a phone call. One of my guys letting me know we do a city out here, and he said the city driver didn't plow the streets into the cul-de-sacs, which they usually do, but didn't do it. And I said, whatever, we're paid by the hour on that account anyways. Oh yeah, I was saying I make $195 a push on this. I've been at it for just about 20 minutes here, so yeah, I mean it's almost just as profitable as driveways. because I feel like $65 to $80, maybe even $100 a driveway. I know a lot of people were talking on Facebook about Plows or whatever, or you know, the app company. There's a Plows Mows app company, and there's another one that's was opening up in our area. That's, you know, it's like basically like an Uber for snow plowing. And as a snowplow driver, you sign up for this and have to prove all your insurance and stuff. And basically, I think they charge $65 a plow, and the operator gets like $45 a plow. Which one guy was said on Facebook, he was doing driveways for $20 a piece, and I'm like, shit, you need to just sign yourself up for that and make $45 a piece and call it a day. Also, the same guy that complains that his stuff breaks down and he can't afford to fix it. I mean, breakdowns are just part of it. You have to have the built-in cost to cover it. And I'll get really trippy on you guys here and give you some high speed backing up. I don't know if you guys get motion sick. Hopefully not. It is scraping up really good. 60 driveways. Jeez. 60 driveways is a lot. I mean, if you're making, or $60 driveways, but that's pretty good. I mean, if you can, or either way, if you did 60 driveways or making $60 each driveway, you're doing good. We'll just scrape once in the other direction, and it really is coming up good. It was salted already once before I got here, and plowed tonight. So $60 driveways. How much you get per driveway, if you don't mind telling the crowd? I'll say that I usually get $65 is the going rate, average. There are bigger ones, smaller ones. We would always charge more for stuff that had city walkways in front of it. That kind of stuff. $40 to $100. Yeah, that sounds about right. I always found that the little driveways can sometimes be a more pain because you have a lot more shoveling because they're tighter and you can't get trucks in there. For 60 driveways, you must average. Shoveling is extra. I like that. $15 extra. You must average 60 driveways. What do you do? 3 or 4 in an hour? In a good hour if they're grouped together. It's at least what I would do. All right. I'm going to leave my commentary. Hit me with a thumbs up. Really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night and be safe out there. Yeah, it always depends on how close driveways are.